Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tonya, and if you're returning, well today I'm going to be working on vintage style farmhouse DIYs. Let's go ahead and get started with the first one. Now for this design, I'm going to be using these little nesting boxes, and we're going to build just a really simple little tiered tray, and this one turned out so cute. Now what I like to do is just take my tracing paper and just kind of push that down in the box and make a nice little outline, and that way I know when I cut out my scrapbooking paper that it's going to fit really well inside my little boxes. And what I like to use, everyone, to glue these in is that tacky glue that you can get there at Dollar Tree. Now, I looked for it again yesterday and they've been out of it, but if you can get your hands on those little bottles of that tacky glue, I have been finding so many uses for that, and I really like the way that it doesn't really have any bubbles in some of the thinner papers that you use, and it just seems to hold really, really well. So if you can find that, I would definitely look for it. And aren't these scrapbooking pages so pretty? And like I said, this was a vintage one that I had found. I believe I actually had purchased this one at Michael's probably about a year or so ago. And a lot of times they'll do similar repeat items there, but I know I've seen some vintage styles like this also at Hobby Lobby and Joann's. But I thought this was just a really, really fun one to do kind of the vintage style, because the month of May, I'm going to be doing all different types of farmhouse themes. And I thought we'd do the vintage today, and then I want to do a little bit of the modern look and maybe some of the rustic, but I kind of want to mix it up for you and just see how many different designs we can come up with in the color palette that you guys all know that I love, which is the neutrals and the whites and the black and white. Now you can see I just took some white paint and painted those boxes like I usually do with my white, as I love it so much. And once again, taking some of that little tacky glue to glue these down, and this was just so fun and so simple, everyone. I love how easy this design was. Now, what I decided to do with these is I ended up just hot gluing them together with the Gorilla hot glue, and I was going to decorate these, but I just wanted you to be able to see all of the pictures that I put down in each little box, so I really didn't decorate it. And they did come with those really cute little pieces on the front, and I thought I would just screw those back on there and have them for decoration. And I started to put some words in there, but I kind of left it plain on this design. But can you not see how cute this would be in a bathroom? You could toss some jewelry in there, or in your bedroom. You could put some little kitchen-y items in there. It just is a really fun and simple one, and I just thought it was really pretty to have the decorations down inside the box. But here it is displayed outside, and I really love that little vintage feel that this one has, and just a really simple and fun one. Now for our next design, we're going to be doing this wall art piece, and I absolutely love these scrapbooking sheets with the birds, and it had kind of that neutral and black and white design to it, and I thought this was perfect for my home decor. And what I ended up doing was using these 3 pictures that I had got at Dollar Tree, of course. And these were new. I had never seen these before. And I really like that the frames were already white and I didn't have to paint them. And going to do that same thing. I'm just going to kind of trace out. This is a lot easier when you can use the backing to the pictures, and that way you can just cut it out with your cutter, and or cut them out with your scissors, either one. But just a really another fun and simple design. I have really been trying to do the designs that are really quick and simple and still turn out beautiful and look like really high-end decor. And once again, everyone, I'm going to use that tacky glue. I'm telling you, if you can find that tacky glue, I am really enjoying how well that holds. And I I love it when we can use this scrapbooking paper, and look how pretty this is. It goes so well, like I said, with my neutral decor, and it has that really aged vintage look, so definitely a pretty design. I was really happy to find that little bird's nest. I thought that was just perfect to go in the center of this design. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use some super glue. Everyone, I don't know if you guys have had trouble with this, but I have tried to hot glue these together, and it must be the coating that is on the picture frames. It absolutely will not hold, so definitely use super glue. And I picked up these clamps also at Dollar Tree, and I like these because they're a little bit larger and they work really well for these type of designs. But look how pretty and simple this one is. And like I said, I left the hooks on the back so you can hang it on the wall. Or it's like I had mentioned, I got that picture frame at the Dollar Tree it was in the plus section, and I painted it black. And that's just another really fun way to display these types of creations. Now for our next DIY, I'm going to be making this welcome home sign, and after I got looking at this, I thought this would even be really pretty as a door greeter, but I'm going to use those little white lanterns, and I love those little inspire signs. I really like the shape of that. I think it's just a really neat shape that you can kind of pop in the center like I'm going to do. Now the wood piece there, I did pick that up at the Dollar Tree Plus section again. And everyone, this Tate, I think it's Tate Green. I got that at Walmart. It's a chalk paint, and that is probably going to be a color you're going to see me using throughout the spring because I am really loving the way that looks with my whites and my neutrals and the fog color of that really light gray that I have on my walls. But you can tell it's going to look great with this design where I had cut out that piece of the scrapbooking paper with that green in it and the real pretty little white flowers. But I decided just to brush one coat of the Tate Green on here, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and brush a little bit of that white on there just to give it that little farmhouse feel. And this one was another really pretty design that I was really happy with. Now I am going to take that little silver ring off of the top of the lanterns. I did have one lantern I'm going to have to get another battery for, but this would look just so pretty lit up at night. And I just decided to glue my little sign up there to the top and have my little lanterns there on each side, and then I'm going to use some of those new rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree in that little farmhouse section and just do the welcome home on here with a couple of the little, you'll see me put the little greenery pieces on each side of the sign. But this turned out to be such a pretty little welcome home sign, and that's why I was thinking that it would actually look really pretty as a little door greeter. Well, everyone, I hope you are enjoying today's Dollar Tree DIYs. I think it's going to be a really fun month where I'm going to be doing all these different styles of the farmhouse decor. And let me know in the comments below what you think of this, that I'm going to be doing all these different types of farmhouse styles. I just want to know that you're enjoying them and that you're going to be looking forward to seeing what I can come up with all of the different styles in the color palettes that I like to use. But everyone, I think this might be one of my favorites. Now, I have one more DIY that I'm not sure. It's kind of a tie for me in between this one and the next one. And I'm just really loving how they turned out. And here's the little video outside of this one, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. Let me know what you think. Now for our last DIY, we're going to be creating this really unique riser. And everyone, I love this design. I cannot wait to share this one. I had the scrapbooking paper that had these little squares, And I remembered that I had those little shatter boxes from Dollar Tree. And oh my goodness, I thought, why have I not thought of this one before? So I glued them together to form just like a really nice box. And I wanted to make sure all the little openings were on the outside. And I was so happy with how this one turned out. I actually have it sitting on my small little farm table in my living room, and it just looks so pretty. And this one really got me thinking that this would be a fun design to do. And you could make one for each season, and you could cut out fall little pumpkins to go in the boxes on the outside. And you could also do little Christmas themes and get the Christmas cards from Dollar Tree. But this was definitely one that I think I may work with throughout the seasons and create different ones. Now you can see I did the white paint, of course, because I love my white. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue these down with that tacky glue again. And I really didn't mind that they kind of had the white border on the inside. I really liked the way that looked. And I kind of painted this a little rough. It's got like a few little scuff marks, and I do sand it a little because I still wanted it to kind of have that little age vintage look. And everyone, like I said, I think this one and the one before is my absolute favorite of the designs I created today. But don't those look so pretty in there? Can you not see this for different seasons? Definitely in the comments, let me know if this design gives you any ideas to create something like this. And here is a little video of our riser decorated and displayed outside. And I just love how this design turned out. Well, everyone, I hope you did enjoy today's DIYs. If so, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you do so to be part of my YouTube family. Well, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful and blessed weekend. And I will see you next Wednesday.